Alright, you guys, what's up? What's up, guys? Time for another video. I'm gonna take another stab at making a video about this inflation thing. I keep deleting them because I keep rambling on and on. I don't intend to tell my whole life story, but I wanted to give you the gist of it. This inflation thing. It's not. It could get. Hopefully, we don't get worse. Whatever the fuck they want to blame it on. First they blame it on COVID. Now they're blaming it on Russia, bringing up the price of gasoline and the price of everything wanting to go up. But not to tell my life story, but when I had my first apartment, not to go on and on about it like in other videos I deleted, but I was able to have my first apartment and have nice stereos back in the day. Well, years ago when I was younger, when I had my own place. Now the fancy stereos that I had that were the making all my people, all my haters jealous, right? Because my hair was too long to suit for them and I'm walking around with money in my pocket and fancy stereos. Well, back in my day, that was the status symbol of the time and the latest tech, you know, those stereos with CD changers and stereo rack systems. Now that shit is all junk and you can watch TV, listen to your whatever the heck on your damn phone now and your tablet, and all that was like the equivalent of having an old boat, car, or Cadillac, you know what I mean? So it's different, but it's the same as far as adjusting to whatever the hell, and you're going to make your haters jealous even now, you know what? But to cut to the chase here, it's very simple. But God forbid they blame Russia, or they blame COVID or blame Russia or whatever, right? And the shit is over, right? And they don't want to part with any of that money where they found an excuse to increase the costs of whatever the fuck. But, you know, you can bet when that shit is over, you think they're going to lower the prices very much. Oh no, they're going to be greedy and they're going to want to hold on to that for the most part, and college people. They want to increase minimum wage, not for you and me, like, because they give a shit. Whether you're a fucking Republican, far-right Republican, or far-left Democrat in politics, both people, leaders in politics of whatever side, they're getting rich off of pandering to whoever. But in reality, they don't give a rat's ass about you or me or quality of life, about you and me getting better, whether you're black or white watching this. All they give a shit about is they can get your wages increased so they can price gouge you more and find a way to ease into taxing you more, even though they don't call it taxation. They'll do it by some other means, you know what I mean? But anyway, cutting the crap here. And the easiest way to beat that, which a lot of your haters that are jealous of you, some of them don't want to hear this, because of nature of them, you know, I think the stoner alcoholic crowd, the people that gotta have, no matter whether it's when they're younger and they just get old enough to drink, or whether they're older and even my age or older, they still want that party life. They want to get drunk or stoned. They don't want to hear this. Well, guess what? You know, I'm not that I'm trying to deny anybody what they want to do. So calm the fuck down in advance. Just a simple fact. Cigarettes are freaking ridiculous. Back when my parents, it used to be acceptable back in my younger days to say you're underage, but your parents can preach to you about work ethic, right? But yet they'll send your ass to the store because they're too lazy to go. They got the car, but they're too lazy to go get their fucking cigarettes. They're watching TV, but it was acceptable. You can get fined for that now, but it used to be acceptable. Your parents used to want to sit on their asses and watch TV and then preach to you about laziness and work ethic. And if you get, but anyway, my point is, cigarettes used to be like a fucking $1.25 back in that day. Parents used to send you to the store, $1.25, and then a lot of people I went to school with, including myself when I was younger, trying to imitate Guns N' Roses, you know, bandana and sunglasses, sneaking and smoking. You know. Like the Beastie Boys song, parents catch you smoking and they say no way. But what's so-and-so smokes 2 packs a day. But Shit, I haven't smoked since I was freaking 18 or 19. You know, it just didn't do nothing for me. But anyway, you don't need cigarettes now. They're fucking expensive. I mean, a cold carton now, or even a pack. Like I said, you don't need weed. Hey, maybe you got the medical marijuana thing, and everybody's cheering on that recreational marijuana thing because uh, people ran out of ways to tax people and ran out of ways to get money off of people. So yeah, your politicians want to legalize a recreational marijuana now. But guess what? I'm not trying to deny you. If you want to smoke it, do what you want to do. I'm not saying trying to deny you that. It's your prerogative, your freedom. But I'm just saying, cigarettes, marijuana. You want to beat inflation and get yourself maybe some other kind of prized item that you want or whatever. You don't need cigarettes, you don't need weed. That's all I'm saying. But yet, you're free to do it. And you don't need to get drunk every Friday, Saturday night and go to some damn bar with music on over there and trying to damn bed some chick either or whatever. Just because that coworker next to you wants to act like hasn't grown up, wants to do the same high school type peer pressure with you. Oh, you don't want to go to the bars and try to get laid. You must be that word that rhymes with maggot, the slur that the gay people you're not allowed to say on YouTube anymore, or your YouTube video can get deleted, or you get flagged or whatever. Yeah, but yeah, you get called that word that rhymes with maggot that is a slur against gay people. You get called that name if you don't want to run around and want to have sex with every single thing you want to see. But now it's getting to a point where they're encouraging everybody to go all kind of different ways and meet people in bars. Don't want to go. But anyway, you don't need freaking booze. You don't need to go to freaking party. You don't need your fucking pills. You don't need that weed that your little friends are peer pressuring you into having. And well, it's your freedom, your prerogative, if you want to smoke it. But guess what? It's not a necessity. It's not like food. It's not like water, something that you have to eat or drink to stay alive. So guess what? You don't need it. You can't eat cigarettes, and all it is, and then the illegal drugs or the illegally obtained pain pills. Yeah, helping your Mr. King of the Streets and his drug dealer pals get rich, and convincing you that you're being anti-establishment, if you buy their garbage, and convince you that you're not a sheep. Actually, if you smoke too much marijuana, your cigarettes or your pills from or whatever. Guess what? You're just a sheep. Oh, just because you're not a sheep that worships police state, you're just the other sheep. Okay, you don't want police state to be your authorities. You got Mr. King of the Streets and his drug dealer pals that you think is all cool. F the police and death to the police and death to the people that are capitalists, right? That have more than you or whatever. But suck up to Mr. King of the Streets that if you piss him off, that he'll commit the same brutality against you, but justified. Oh, it's only wrong when the police do it, not to stick up for the police. Yeah, I got profiled before at least one time by police. Just my hair was too long to suit people, but it doesn't happen all the time, so it's not like I'm sticking up for the cops. But I'm just saying. And yeah, that dovetails to the hypocrisy of a lot of our parents, like I said, to tell you what's a waste of money. I grew up with that, telling you, then you grow up out of a teenager to be a grown-ass man or woman if you're watching or whatever. Oh, do you buy this or that? It's a waste of money, some item you want for yourself, but they can buy all these cigarettes like some of our parents, like my parents, and all that stuff too, and then maybe you grow up with your hypocritical parents that smoke and you got to go to the store to buy their damn cigarettes. And you grow up buying a pack of cigarettes And hopefully you don't do the same thing to your kids. Well, you can't do that, like I said. It's against the law now. Sit on. You can't. Yeah, this generation, it's harder now. It's against the law to send our kids to the store underage to buy our cigarettes while we sit on our asses. If I had kids, I wouldn't do that to my kids, really. But yeah, back in my day, they used to do it. And cigarettes were $1.25 a pack. And know how much everything goes up now. Teach everybody to be dependent on these drugs, whether it's weed, pain pills that people have for legitimate pains, and they want to expand the meaning of pain, the status of pain. Pretty soon you get a small prick on your little finger and you're in excruciating pain. You need antidepressants and pain pills now. Oh yeah, you need medical marijuana, medical cannabis, or a pain pill prescription or antidepressant medication now. They'll write you that right up. You prick your finger or stub your toe on the step. Oh man, you're traumatized now. You need medical marijuana. You need antidepressant drugs. Man, you need pain pills for the rest of your life. Yeah. Yeah, and then what? Why not I be just more sarcastic? Your neighbor's friend's 7-year-old girl calls you a poop head. You're traumatized now. So you need pain pills and you need antidepressants now and everything else. And, where does it end? Yeah. You don't even gotta prick your little finger now, and have it bleed. You might brush up against an inanimate object maybe like this. Oh man, I heard I need pain pills. I need this or that. Ran into an inanimate object, barely touch it. And it traumatized you and hurt your feelings. Write me up a script for pain pills, antidepressants for, I need my booze and I need my cigarettes, and this or that. Make you dependent on everything. And meanwhile, bleeding you out of every penny you possibly get. And then if that's not enough, if they can't get every penny off of you, the people that would gladly sell you it, they're the ones also lobbying the government to get government money to give it to you for free, because right after they milked you for every penny, you don't got no money to buy any of it anymore. Yeah, get the government, and the taxpayer just to give you every single pill you want or every single marijuana you want. Yeah, why not? Yeah, they'll lobby to get it for you and teach you to be in pain, because they can't get any more of your money, right? So it's big business. It's a big money maker for them. So they'll gladly lobby. Not that they care that you get it for free. They're getting their money from the government. If they can't get your money, they'll gladly lobby to get the government to give it to you for free if they get paid. You know what I mean? You don't got the money to buy it. Yeah, lobby to get the government to buy it for you. Why not? Why the hell not? But I just see the extent of it. When you have no more money left, you know what I mean too. But no more personal empowerment. But yeah, inflation. Yeah, right. How many people crying about inflation and the price of gasoline? They got to go in their cars to go every fucking place they don't need to go. You know what I mean? And people go on these vacations at Disney World they can't really afford and charge up on their credit cards or whatever. Yeah, you don't really need to do that. I'm not envious of any of these people. But yet, everybody got to have this car, live on credit, and have a nicer car than everybody else. This car. Shit, most of my life I avoided driving everywhere I worked. Restaurants, businesses close to me. That's what I did. First thing I did in my first apartment. So, I feel bad for the people, though, too, that have to have a job to pay their bills and they have to drive way out somewhere. Let's face it, even though I advocate having your job as close as possible, and if you can walk or whatever, do it, and avoid making car payments. But unfortunately, a lot of people, they gotta drive further out to get cars to pay their bills. Then if that's not enough, they got to do it on credit. And then they're fools. They got to buy cigarettes and they have to have marijuana. And just to have friends, they got to have their parties every damn night, or even, some of them even too, yeah, functional heroin users, be managers in businesses and everything else. Every place you eat at, like chain fast food restaurants, you get a lot of them. They're dressed fancy, managers of these places or CEOs in these places, and they're functional heroin addicts or crack addicts or whatever, or smoke pot, take pills, do cocaine, the whole shit works. Yeah, they got to unwind and go to parties and all that, everything else, you know what I mean, too. No different than anybody else I worked in a factory next to. Oh, you're some kind of asshole or antisocial, or you get mocked because, oh yeah, you don't go to the bar after work. Half of the people you work next to, these married dudes, go into the bars before they go home and eat their supper. Yeah, they're not exactly happy with that wives that they married. They don't want to go back home to the screeching, squalling thing that they were once had the hots and the hornies for and married to, and they made 3-4 kids to. They sneak off to the bar after work, can hit on that hot-looking bartender or whatever that they think they're going to score with, or pick up some hoe at some bar. Yeah, what a fucking joke. But yet they drive around SUVs and act like they're shit, you know what I mean? Once in a while you hear about one or two of them, oh yeah, came from the bar to one night, that brand new car or truck, yeah, ran it into a ditch, and then yet bragging about it like it's like some badge of honor, or wrecking a vehicle, drunk driving, yeah, right. And they all got to have their smoke breaks, yeah. So yeah, even before the inflation thing, the way I see it now, you had half of these people that you had to work these jobs next to that you can't freaking stand, and they can't stand you, that look down on you, jealous of you, because, well, yeah, you don't, you can budget your money better, and you're walking around like your quality of life is a little bit better or whatever, and but guess what? Anyway, might have been a little bit too much information for you, but whether the inflation of the times we're living in now, whether they're blaming on Russia and COVID, or back in the day when I was younger in my 20s, price of rent and everything else up. Hey, that's how I beat it. Not to tell you the life story about when I worked in the factories, but to keep that long story short, not make it a longer video, that applies now as it does then. Yeah, I just turned 50 now, but back the same rules now. When I'm 50 now, I officially turned 50 on the 3rd, than when I was in my 20s working in some damn factory or whatever. And I didn't have to get some apartment like all these other functional alcoholics, young millennials or whatever you call them. Yeah, you do a separate video on them. The first apartment, the generation, the younger generation, they're old enough to drink to get their own apartments. Instead of their own personal empowerment, they have to have these friends, and you got to drink, smoke this weed. So instead of their own empowerment, getting their own place and cutting the habits or avoiding habits to get anything of their own. After all, that's being selfish in that culture. You're a selfish motherfucker in that culture, right? These people, their first apartment is a couple of their drinking buddies or whatever. They get together and be roommates and bitch about how oppressive it is to actually have to pay your rent, and then get together whatever money you have left over to buy a case of beer or a bag of weed and have some party and bring women or young girls over, whatever the fuck these people do. And these are the kind of people that think their life is right and is righteous, and oh, you're a selfish asshole, or you're just some kind of asshole because you're a little smarter than these people are yet. But that's the way that is.